What up? I have a gig. First gig in a year. I'm gonna leave all my cobwebs in this barn. So I got to tear down. I have to tear it down so I can have this bass drum, these toms, this ride, snare drum. My stuff is in different cases in different places and it's a disaster, so I have to buckle down and get this done. Ow. Ouch. Here's a little tip. I got one of these. So sometimes you have a rehearsal or you have a quick thing and you don't need the whole stick bag. So I got one of these marching stick bags. This goes on the side of a marching snare drum or on the back of the tenors. It's perfect for when I have something where it's like maybe a rehearsal and I don't need to bring anything because they're already going to have all my, all the stuff I need. I maybe bring my cymbals and then I can just bring this little bag and it's just brushes and sticks. And maybe put a drum key in your pocket or something, but it's my little thing there. It's my main ride cymbal. Istanbul, the Mel Lewis Mehmet. I don't know, I've had this since like 1998. It's amazing, it's beautiful. It's got the rivets in it. So I get that sizzle. And yeah, I don't know, this is one of those cymbals when I was gonna buy the cymbal and I went to Pro Drum Shop and I hit it twice and I was like, that is it. That's the one. I've been playing it ever since. 20 something years. Anyway, we'll use that. We'll use that one. I'm also going to use this as like an 18-inch, I guess a crash ride. So I'll use that too. Some old hi-hats. And here's another tip. If you can get, you can get them, just about anywhere. But you get a metal engraver and do this to cymbals that you absolutely have no intention of ever selling. So I just engraved my last name on it. I actually was accused of stealing hi-hats once. Someone at it was actually at the Stanford Jazz Workshop. I walked in and my cymbal bag was gone, and then I went to find it, and some dude was accusing me of stealing his hi-hats. And so I said, that's ridiculous. My hi-hats have my uncle's name engraved on them. And so they pulled him out and looked at him, and sure enough, his name was on there. And the guy looked dumbfounded, and he was like, you could have gone and done that. And I was like, what do you mean? They've had my cymbals the whole time. Like, what are you talking about? After you took them, you could have engraved them and then put them back. I was just like, come on, man. Like, it's ridiculous. So that's why I engraved my cymbals, because of that fucking little twerp. Excited to have a gig. It's been such a long time, but I'm getting to play with guys that are friends of mine. I like playing with them. They're kind of my regular group. So it's going to be nice to see those guys. Give them a big old hug. Yamaha Recording Custom. This is the Dave Weckl kit. In the 90s and today, I'm a mark for Dave Weckl. And this was the kit that he was playing in the 90s. And I saw it and I wanted it. And as a gift, a graduation gift, my folks were generous enough to get it for me. And that's been the drum set that I've used since then. Except that bass drum is a 20-inch maple custom, an absolute maple. Because the kit that comes with the recording custom is a 22-inch bass drum, and I don't know, 20-inch just kind of suited me better. I like the 20-inch more. Even for playing heavier music, I still like using a 20-inch. I use this bass drum in my punk band, actually. This is my favorite pedal of all pedals. Is this flimsy old Yamaha. I love this pedal, and that's what I have. I have like 3 of these pedals, and then I've got a DW double pedal, and I've got a DW 9000 that I used for a little while, but I bent the baseboard. So another reason why I like just playing soft music is because my gear survives. The thunder. Childproofing, so my kid doesn't fall on his face on my hardware, because this is a little klutz. I painted this myself with brushes. Drum brushes, not paint brushes. Figuring out what pieces to take out, what pieces to put in, you know. It's been such a long time, I'm being really careful about what I'm doing. Floor tom, right cymbal. Snare drum, hi-hat, bass drum, throne. Like making sure I have every single piece I need and not too many pieces. I hate carrying extra weight. I'm like a backpacker that way. Like, cut it out. If you don't need it, cut it out. I don't need extras. I don't need extra stands because then I have to carry extra cymbals. So what's the point? I'm starting to sweat. All right, so here's my snare drum, and it's just a generic, like no brand. I don't know. There's no badge. There's no serial number. It's like it could possibly just be an Amazon snare drum. I don't know. I got it from my grandfather, and it sounds great, so I use it. All right. So that's what we're working with. Got hardware, snare drum and seat, cymbals and sticks, and drum keys and tools. Tom 1, Tom 2, bass drum, and then there's a rug over there. Don't forget your drum rug, and don't let people borrow your drum rug. Fuck that guy. All right, if you're the first band on the gig, and the third band guy is like, "Can I use your drum rug, dude?" Be like, "Sorry, man, I gotta pack up, and I'm not gonna wait around for you to spill beer all over it. Forget it." Don't let them borrow your snare drum either. And if they do take your throne out of the case without your permission, you are allowed to just go on stage and grab your shit and take it out from underneath them. Not that I've done that before. Once. Yeah. Anyway. Alright, so that's this portion of this video. On to the next. So what I'm doing is I'm going through the set list and I'm finding tunes that I don't know, like tunes I could sing if you asked me to. A bunch of these tunes I do know. Time Goes By, Lady is a Tramp, Fly Me to the Moon, Moon Glow, Blue Skies, Autumn Leaves, but I don't know some of these other tunes. But they're all pretty, you know, standards. So it shouldn't be much of an issue at all. This is I Wish You Love. No, this isn't I Wish You Love. This is I'm in the Mood for Love. Anyway. Gig time.
Look at the snake. We learned that this is a non-venomous snake.
What is he doing? Just scooting along.
He's just scooting.
It's just... Almost ready. I got laid. Almost ready to play the gig. Just waiting for the guest of honor, and then we'll play Happy Birthday, and then who knows what'll happen after that. I'm gonna start with the beat. I'm gonna see. Yeah. There he is, I see. Don't distract me. Just to have some music right now.
Eliya Frantz.
You make me feel so young. You make me feel so spring-sprung. And every time I see you grin, I'm such a happy individual. The moment that we speak, I wanna go play hide and seek. I wanna go and pounce the moon.
was it. That was my gig. It was so nice to play with people again. That's really my comfort zone. Playing on the internet, not so much, but playing with musicians, playing for people. It was nice to be in that element again, in my element again, with great musicians, playing for great people. It was really nice. People wanted to throw a nice birthday party for their 85-year-old grandfather and have a live band play some of his favorite music. So that's what we did, and it was nice. I'm still thinking about it. So more gigs to come probably. I probably won't do this for every one of them because I'm just not very good at filming as I'm working. It's not something I remember to do. So I did a little bit this time, so I don't know. Maybe I'll get better at it. Anyway, thanks for hanging out this long. More gigs, please. Thanks to all the musicians I played with. You guys were great, and let's do it again sometime. That's it. Take care.